Hi and welcome back to my channel. This video is for my fellow Canadians who either like to travel a lot, who like to shop from American companies, or who may be influencers that need an account where the company is only willing to pay into a US bank account. So let me start first by saying, if you are someone, let me start first by talking about if you're someone that likes to shop across the border a lot. So first of all, if you do a lot of shopping and you find that companies won't ship to the Canadian address, I will highly recommend using cross-border pickups as a US address. So the service is they provide you with a US address that you can use to order your products. The item will be shipped to them, and that's the address. It'll be shipped to them, and then they actually bring it across the border, and they have pickup locations in the GTA, in Mississauga, and in Markham. And if none of those are convenient or work for you, then you can always pay an additional fee to have it shipped directly to you by them. I'm not sure what the pricing is on that. I would assume it's based on how far from the GTA the Canadian address is located, but I do know that for the service to bring it across the border, it ranges from about $7.50 Canadian to $15, depending on the size or weight of actually depends on the weight of the item or items. And if you have really heavy items, then it goes up from the $15. But on average, it's usually between $7.50 and $15 per item. And then, of course, you always have to pay the customs duties and taxes, depending on the retail value of the item. So cross-border pickups, I know there's also ShipC, but I only found out about them a couple of days ago. I haven't looked into it, but I use cross-border pickups. And also, I know that there are some services available that will give you a US address, but it's actually located on the other side of the border. So you have to drive and go pick it up. So the good thing about this is that they bring it across the border into Canada, into the GTA. So fortunately for you, if you live in the GTA, then it's easily accessible. So that's if you want to have things shipped across the border that maybe it's too expensive to have the company ship, or the company simply won't ship across the border. So that's for shopping. And now to talk about accounts. So this is about money now. So if you're someone that travels to the States or travels to a country where they use US currency, or if you are someone who, like I said, gets paid in US dollars, you need a US based account, then I am gonna speak on the products that I personally use. So I'm sure there's tons of other companies offering different types of products, but I haven't researched them and I don't use them. So I only want to speak on what I know and what I've tried myself. So first, to start with CIBC. So if you are a CIBC customer, then it's fairly easy to attain these products that I'm going to speak of. So the first thing, I got some notes here. These are what I use, is the CIBC Bank USA Smart account. So that is a US based account. So with that, you will get a separate debit card. And with that account, you're able to receive direct deposits from US companies in US dollars. And there's no fee, there's no monthly fee. And as long as you select e-statements, so not paper statements, then you won't be charged for the statements either. It's unlimited transactions. The only drawback is that you cannot use that card at Canadian ATMs to withdraw US funds. So I learned that the hard way. And you can't even go up to a teller. They don't have access to it in Canada. It's literally a US account. So they will not be able to withdraw any of the US funds from that. So what I had to do, because it was last minute and I need the money, I just transferred it to one of my Canadian accounts, which of course conversion. And then when I transferred it to my Canadian account, I had to withdraw in US, so I lost twice. Boo-hoo. But yes, so that's the only drawback with that. It's literally a US card meant to be used in the US. But with that, you can also set up Apple Pay and Zelle. So some more pros there. And then after some research, I discovered the CIBC US dollar personal account. So that's actually linked to your CIBC Canadian card. So you use the same Canadian debit card. And with that, you can actually withdraw US funds from a Canadian ATM as long as the ATM dispenses US dollars. And I haven't tried it myself, but I'm pretty certain that that means you can also go to a teller and have the money withdrawn from your account in person from a teller as well. And with that account, you do receive interest on any balances that are in there, so that's good. And then there is the CIBC US dollar credit card. So I'm most excited about that because for just a few, not any of the major companies, but a couple of smaller companies, I was trying to use the US debit card and it was giving me a hard time. So with the credit card, it's a credit card, shouldn't be an issue. So, and then with the CIBC US dollar credit card, you also get Aventura points that you can use towards different things. For me, I like to use it towards travel. So that's always good to, there's a perk behind it that you're receiving some stuff. There is an annual fee for the card that I don't remember off the top of my head, but it is waived if you do have certain CIBC products. And they do always have some promotions going on for bonus Aventura points. So definitely, if you do a lot of shopping across the border, either in person or online, you want to look into the credit card and possibly some of the debit cards. And then again, it just really depends if you receive US payments or not. And you could choose between either or both of the personal accounts. And the other banking company I'm going to talk about is TD, because I do have one account with them, and they actually have a few different products to offer as well. They have some US-based US accounts. So there's 3 of them. I know one of them is for those who are over the age of 60. Don't remember what the other one is, but then they also have the TD convenience checking account. So that is US based. And I don't have that one, but I'm gonna assume it's similar to the CIBC one, where you'd get a separate debit card and it's meant for US purchases or to be used in the US. So there's that. And then they also have Canadian based US accounts. And the way TD breaks it down is basically if you're someone that lives in the US for part of the year, or if you're short term, or if you're someone who travels a lot. So they basically categorize it as long term versus short term. And they have the TD borderless, which is unlimited transactions, and it's $4.95 US a month. And then they have the US daily interest checking, which is the one I have. And when I opened this account years ago, I wasn't traveling and I wasn't receiving US payments. So it worked for me because then you also get interest on it. So those are their 2 kind of checking accounts that they have that are Canadian based. And then they also have a TD US dollar Visa credit card. And the annual fee on that is $39. I'm going to assume it's $39 US dollars. And I don't know if there's any rewards program attached to it, but that's the credit card that they have. And that annual fee is waived if you have certain TD products as well. So that's just kind of an overview of some of the items that are out there. And again, especially having the US address for me, because comes in handy because I'm not in the US all the time. So it's nice to have products. It's nice to have an address so I can receive products when I'm not in the US. And also it just makes it like sometimes, you know, I find that I'm saving a lot because some companies, they'll only ship with certain courier companies, and those courier companies tend to be more expensive. I'm not going to name any names, but this definitely helps also with bringing down the cost of that. And also it's just cool to be able to not have to keep converting. Like I can keep my US dollars in US, Canadian, and I don't have to keep losing money on conversions. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.